Hey, welcome, Ram Nation, to Inside Golden Rams Football with Coach G. Now, I know you may be wondering what we've been up to so far this semester during the pandemic, but I want you to know that ASU football is still open for business. In this episode of Inside Golden Rams Football, we're going to give you an insider's look at current team day-to-day activities. We're going to talk a little Gold Rush offense, specifically letting you hear from our offensive coordinator, Adam Hollyfield, about what our group looks like this year. And we're going to talk about this quarterback battle we got going on. And finally, at the end of the show, I want you to hear from our Director of Athletics, Coach Tony Duckworth, on how you can be involved in making a deeper impact on Golden Ram football this year. So, without further ado, let's kick things off and talk a little Gold Rush offense. Let's find out what Coach Hollyfield's got in store.
Want to welcome the 2020 Gold Rush offensive staff here at Albany State University. Head coach, Coach Gabe Gardenia, starting his fourth year here. He's coaching the running backs this year. Going to his 31st year, Coach Anthony Kelly, coaching our tight ends. Been here as a player and a coach for over 35 years. Coach Seth Strickling, starting his first year here at Albany State, coaching the quarterbacks. Coach Seth Strickling comes from IMG Academy via South Carolina. Played for Coach Steve Spurrier, as well as coach for Steve Spurrier and coach for Will Muschamp. Coach Sean Lampkin, starting his fourth year here at Albany State University as a recruiting coordinator and wide receiver coach. Myself, Adam Hollyfield, fourth year as offensive line coach, second year as offensive coordinator. All right, first play here is against Clark Atlanta. We're in a 21 personnel formation. We have two backs, two running backs, one tight end, two wide receivers. We're running a inside zone to the left play here, split zone. The tight end is coming back and blocking the C-gap defender on the right side. The tailback is getting the ball going to the left. Number 4 is going to be pitch man to the right side. Clark Atlanta is bringing an interior blitz here. We pick it up offensive line-wise. Running back splits the safeties. Now the running back's hitting his head on the goalpost. Second play here, Lane College against Homecoming last year. We're in 20 personnel. 2 running backs, 0 tight ends, 3 wide receivers split out wide. We've been running the football here, very good against Lane College. Now we're going to play action and take a deep shot here. Deontay Banu fakes to the tailback, drops back, throws it up top to Rashad Jordan, who's taking the coverage off the top of the secondary. Scoring touchdowns. Last play against Valdosta State's triple option play. Reading the nose, pitching the defensive end here. We're in 21 personnel. Number 60, left tackle, Elshandrick Buchanan's arcing to block number 9, the safety on the perimeter. Wide receivers doing a great job securing their blocks, allowing this run to turn from a 20-yard run to a 60-yard run. All right, quarterbacks. We got 5 quarterbacks coming back this year. Deontay Banu, redshirt sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, up first. Started 5 games last year, has done a really great job of dedicating himself in the weight room, has really changed his body, put on the right kind of muscle on his frame. Did a really good job in spring, improving his passing fundamentals, and has become a great leader this past offseason, getting our guys out on the field in player-led practices, doing a great job of leading our guys both on and off the field. Oliver Seversky, junior from San Jose, California, new junior college transfer. He's an old guy, some experience at different colleges at the collegiate level. He has the ability to make plays when things break down. Off-scheduled throws, when everything hits the fan, he's able to make plays, being a great leader, holding others accountable. Jaden Sullivan up next from Winder, Georgia, freshman, comes from a great football family. Brother Channing Sullivan plays for the Green Bay Packers, corner for them. He's a great head on his shoulders, has great poise, great moxie, and he also has superior arm talent, able to get the ball to where we need to get it to. Tyree Taylor, freshman from Suwanee, Florida, quarterback. New freshman, big athletic dude. He's a dual threat ability that can run as well as pass. He is a great hard worker and has great work ethic. Cameron Hopkins, freshman from here in Albany, Georgia, from Westover High, local homegrown talent. Really efficient the way he throws a football, very smooth, efficient thrower. He's a very smart and reliable young man. Returners for the Golden Rams coming back in 2020. We got Deontay Banu, quarterback, stepped up for 5 games last year, really grew, did some really good things on the field, led us to victories, played a lot of meaningful snaps. Calais Williams, previously played quarterback the last 3 years, moving him to running back this year, going to be a senior. Really physical, tough-nosed runner, hard-nosed runner, big, thick lower body, tough to get down. Running backs, Marquise Folks, Montavian Brooks, both young guys, sophomores, very talented, played very meaningful snaps last year, both had long touchdowns against Clark Atlanta. Marquise Folks made a big play against Miles College in the championship game. Both these guys need to continue to develop, and they're going to step up coming this spring. Wide receiver-wise, coming back, we got Javon Wooten, Rashad Jordan, and Ralph Lovett. Javon Wooten makes all the acrobatic catches, does a great job of blocking his rear end off. Rashad Jordan really is a blazer, takes the top off the defense's coverage-wise, can throw the ball down the field. Ralph Lovett, very tough player, can jump 40 inches, 44 inches, can go win the jump ball. Tight ends wise, returners, we got Derek Oliver Davis and Christian Grant. Derek Oliver Davis is a great hammer back, does a great job in the run game, does a good job catching the ball out of the backfield. Christian Grant does a great job blocking, but also allows us to stretch the field vertically at the tight end position. From the offensive line position, we return all-conference center Michael Harvey, left tackle Elshandrick Buchanan, left guard Raymond Thomas. All 3 are seniors coming back for their senior year. Right guard Trevor Arrington and Andre Heller, and Katre Pringle at right tackle. Both have started and played games here, and we expect them to depend on those guys this fall.
Look, so right now we've got 110 Golden Ram football players working out 8 hours a week. That's all lifting, running, and individual drills like you'll see in the video coming up. Now, COVID-19 has forced us into kind of this social distanced format, which means masks, it means sanitizer, and it means sanitizing. It also means that we have to divide our team up into small groups when we go out there on the field, with the goal here of being able to do a fall spring ball in a few weeks once we meet the NCAA standards in testing. Now, our team's already been tested twice so far, and I can tell you that we've had 0 COVID-19 positive tests. That's a great job by all of our players and our training staff and Coach Duckworth putting into place parameters to keep our guys safe. In order to go out there and practice, we'll have to complete a 3rd round of tests before we actually put pads on.
We are a university of amazing differences.
One of culture and diversity that span our community and link us each to another. Whoever you are,
Wherever you're from,
we are proud to welcome you
to the best university and HBCU.
in the world.
Welcome to the unsinkable
Indestructible
Albany State University. As we showcase this amazing campus of ours, we celebrate all that makes us who we are. Our students,
our faculty,
our staff,
our alumni.
our community.
We encourage you to ignite your journey,
Ignite your mind.
ignite your passion. Albany State University. Excellence is the standard.
Hey, Ram Nation, I just want to welcome into the Inside Golden Rams our new athletic director of athletics, Coach Tony Duckworth. Just got here pre-pandemic, and just wanted to ask Coach Duckworth a couple questions. Coach Duckworth, why don't you update Ram Nation on our current number of state-supported scholarships and explain to everyone what is the max allowable by Division II?
Well, thanks for having me on today, Coach G. As you know, we're a member of the SIAC as NCAA Division II, and NCAA Division II allows each member football institution to offer 36 full scholarships. At this time, based on budget restraints, Albany State football is allowing the football program to have half of that number, and that's 18 scholarships at this point.
So, Coach, why don't you tell us a little bit deeper on how foundation money is used this year specifically to make it a more competitive number, and kind of what that grand total kind of ends up being?
Yeah, we're so thankful for Albany State University football supporters and former football student athletes that have got on board with your program and are recognizing that they can make a difference in our football program in terms of the amount of scholarships that we all actually can offer. As I said a moment ago, the NCAA Division II allows Albany State to have 36 full scholarships. We provide 18, but based on the generosity of a number of supporters, we were actually able to raise around $60,000 this year. And so that number went from 18 up to around 23 full scholarships that we have on the books currently for Golden Rams football.
Awesome. That's awesome. Finally, Coach, what does donating to the Foundation for Football do to propel our athletics department forward?
Well, it's critical, number one, and let me give you a quick example. Several weeks ago, the Albany State University women's basketball program, in conjunction with Second Mount Olive Baptist and a local radio station, did a telethon to raise scholarship money for the women's basketball program. And I'm pleased to report that during that one-day telethon, over $180,000, let me repeat that, over $180,000 was raised specifically for the women's basketball program. You know, if Albany State is going to consistently compete to win SIAC championships, compete consistently to work to have an opportunity to play in the NCAA Division II national playoffs, to compete with the likes of Valdosta State that's in this region as an in-state rival, it's critical that we have individuals that are former football players, ASU alums, community members, and others that you know, have a real passion for Golden Rams football to step up and make a difference. You know, as I said, we currently have $60,000 of private funds that are in the foundation helping assist our student athletes attend school here, and that allows our coaches to go out there and recruit quality student athletes. You know, when you think about 36 full scholarships, that generally equates to around 70 football student athletes that are on scholarship. And of course, we have well over 100 student athletes in the program. You know, with the 23 scholarships that we have on the books this current year, we have around 56 student athletes on scholarship. But if we want to compete for the playoffs, compete for that SIAC championship on a consistent basis, we've got to raise that to around 70 scholarship players. So we're certainly striving to increase that $60,000 by an additional $100,000, so we can have $160,000 in addition to what Albany State is providing. And what that's going to do is help our football staff and Coach G build a roster that's going to allow us, when we go head-to-head in Tallahassee in 2022 against FAMU, to put a quality product on the field and then also just compete at a high level week in and week out.
Coach, well said, my friend. Thanks for coming on the show. Glad you're in the Ramley, and look forward to being in the trenches with you here in 2020 and 2021.
Absolutely. Great to be here, and we look forward to seeing, continue to see great things out of Albany State football.
Now, during the pandemic, we've all had extra time, right? So what I've done as the head coach is I went out and did some homework. I surveyed 4 of the 7 playoff teams from last year, and I asked their head coaches one thing: how many players do you guys have on scholarship in your program? Here's their responses. Of those 4 teams, they had 78, 82, 87, and 88 players on some kind of aid. Now, all those teams have differing amounts of scholarship money, but you can see that that's a lot of guys on money on the team. Our current team has 56. Coach Duckworth referenced that earlier. So that means the average of our current players right now is they're on $6,500, which is just above their tuition. So here's the challenge. Here's where you come in. I need you to help me fill in the gap. But first, I want you to know that we're already using foundation dollars to provide scholarships for our student athletes. What I want you to do is I want you to take a look at this story about Deontay Banu, one of our sophomore quarterbacks, who's now on Foundation Scholarship. And I just want you to hear from him how much that foundation money means.
Albany State into Savannah State territory. And Bono on the carry, he'll run it. And he's got the first down and more.
First possession, it'll be 1st and 10 at the Albany State 34-yard line. Banu, the Albany State quarterback, ready to go here in the pistol play action. He wants to pass, looks downfield, throwing it deep. Man, wide open. That is Jordan at the 30, 20, 15, 10.
Hey, my name is Deontay Banu. I play quarterback here at Albany State. I'm currently a redshirt sophomore majoring in criminal justice, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. With our season being canceled this fall, our main focus is just getting better. It's nothing to get lackadaisical and lose all the effort that we done put to get to this point. I would say we're out there about 4 times a week with no coaching. I'm throwing to my receivers, I'm throwing to the running backs, I'm getting snaps from my center. We're just trying to get better. It's an all-out team effort, and we're ready for whenever we are able to play. The culture of this team is based on leadership. We strive to have a player-led team. We hold each other accountable in the weight room, on the field, and off the field. We have a competitive atmosphere to where we're always making each other better. Being a Golden Ram means everything to me. Not everyone is fit to wear the blue and gold. Becoming a Golden Ram has led me to be the man that I am today. I've met a lot of lifetime friends as well as built a brotherhood with the football team. And we pride ourselves in excellence in everything that we do. Being a recipient of the Foundation Scholarship has helped me out a lot. Having this scholarship has eased the financial burden for my family. To be the first in my family to receive a scholarship is a tremendous blessing. It has paved the way for me to play the game that I love, and it keeps me motivated on the field to always put forth my best effort. I want to thank the Alumni Foundation for giving me this scholarship, and I appreciate all the alumni for their support of the university, especially the football program. Go Rams!
So what a great message from Deontay about what it means to be a Golden Ram and how much you directly have impacted his life. So here's the nuts and bolts or the numbers. It costs $16,500 a year for any student to go to Albany State. That includes their room, their board, their tuition, their fees, their books. So our goal is to raise $160,000 or roughly 10 foundation scholarships. Now you can see scrolling across the bottom during most of the show are ways to give. But that allows us to fill in the gap of that 25 or so players and gives us a chance to be nationally relevant as a football team every single year. Here's a little known fact. Did you know that the last 3 SIAC conference champions have all had 36 scholarships? Now we're knocking on the door. We're right there, but now it's time for all of us as a Ramley to go kick it in. So I want you to think about what it costs you to come to an Albany State football game on a Saturday. You've got the tickets, right? That's like $20. You've got a hotel that you could possibly stay in, around $100. And you got all those incidentals. It's the food, it's the gas, it's the parking, it's the tailgating, it's the outfit, as Mr. Leroy told me this morning on the phone. I want you to look at all those numbers and combine them. And since we don't have a season this year, that's roughly $150 to $170 a weekend. And what we want you to do is we want you to take that money that you would have spent, and we want you to put it into our Building Champions campaign. That money goes as a charitable donation to ASU via the foundation. All right, Vice President A.L. Fleming and Coach Duckworth are integral parts of this campaign. This has been a collective effort between the foundation and athletics to put more young men in school at Albany State. So here's how you give. There's multiple ways. You can do it the old-fashioned way. You can get the pen out and you can write a check to the ASU Foundation right here. All right. In the memo line, you put Albany State football, but it's really important that the check is made out to the ASU Foundation. In the memo or for line, you put Albany State football. Now you mail that check to to Albany State football at 504 College Drive in Albany, Georgia at 31705 zip code, and we take that and get it to where it needs to go. Or the easy way is to go 2 clicks. You just go to www.asurams.edu, and on the top of the page, there's a button up there that says Donate. When you hit that Donate page, it's going to take you instantly to a page where all you do is come down to the gift donation portion and select football. You plug in your amount and your card information, and we will directly deposit that into the foundation. But the thing we want you to know is that there's no gift too small. If you've never given before, hey, bite off what you can chew. If you've given large amounts before, then keep doing what you're doing, or hey, maybe even take it to the next level. But in order to recruit the highest level of student athletes, we rely on you to help us get the dollars we need to make that competitive offer. All right, when it's 2 schools battling for a guy, we've got everything we need here. We've got a beautiful stadium. We've got a great tradition. We've got a beautiful jewel of a campus here in Southwest Georgia. But a lot of times it comes down to the dollars. So we don't want to get outbid. So please, help us solidify our team. Help you solidify your own legacy at Albany State by helping us reach our goal. I can tell you this, it's amazing so far the feedback I've gotten from guys like Ron Wood and Antonio Leroy and Coach Anthony Kelly, who's on staff. They've already given. We've already moving the ladder towards our goal. So we want you to sit there, to contemplate, and think about how much that money is going to mean to the next student athlete like Deontay Banu. Hey, in closing, I just want to tell you that this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the kickoff. We're going to shoot 2 more episodes, and we're going to preview those at homecoming and at the Fountain City Classic. We're going to talk dirty blue defense and nasty gray special teams, give you more insider information about what's going on and how things are going. Hey, we're going to keep track of how much giving is going on, let you know where we stand as we climb the ladder towards that $160,000 that we're going to get done. So just want to invite you back for the next episode here on YouTube, and encourage you to, hey, do what you do. Be a great Golden Ram.